Reka Barole and Ross Tasker, they are from Khulisa Investment Partners, CA, as well as a lawyer. So I think they've got all the bases covered, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Rake. Indeed, a lawyer and an accountant sounds like the start of a bad joke. But we're very excited to be here today to talk to you and introduce you to Khulisa Investment Partners. The saying is that some of the greatest success stories of our time, some of the companies that we talk about every day, were started in times of real hardship. In fact, 25% of the Fortune 500 companies today were started in recessions. And that makes us extremely excited to be on this journey, bringing a new fund manager to market in 2020. My name is Ross, and this is Reka, and we are here to, as I said, introduce you to Khulisa Investment Partners, a new fund manager that is different. We are different in who we are, different in our approach, different in what drives us, and different in our values. We exist to make a difference and a positive impact on the South African economy through ensuring that the right type of businesses get access to the right types of capital. And we believe that the right type of capital extends beyond just financial capital. In fact, we believe that South Africa's intellectual capital is one of its greatest resources, but at the same time, one of its most underutilized. If we could just bring our people together with a common purpose, we believe that we could solve some of our most fundamental problems. Our partnership with Team Invest Private is a manifestation of that belief. Team Invest is a member-driven private equity enabler that allows us to leverage the collective wisdom of some of South Africa's foremost business minds in a unique and systematic investment approach. Team Invest members are involved in a wide variety of our processes, from deal sourcing and origination to investment appraisal, and probably most importantly, post-investment support. This allows us to provide a richer, more robust process, which is about so much more than just financial capital. Our co-investment model allows these people to actively contribute in a way that you just won't see in the market today. They are putting their own capital forward in support of decisions to invest that the funds make. And this allows South Africa's brains trust to give back in a way that truly makes a difference. Reka, why don't you tell us more?
At Khulisa Investment Partners, we focus our investment efforts on a class of company that is underserved by traditional finance providers. We call these companies sub-institutional scale ventures with an EBITDA of less than 30 million rand. And for us, they fall into two broad categories. The first being pre-Series A startup ventures, and the second being growing traditional companies with strong cash flows, but too small for traditional finance institutions. We provide the tools that these sub-institutional scale ventures need to achieve the next inflection point in their growth trajectory. These tools include growth capital and the wisdom of our network of investors. Our investment returns are underpinned by impact. We allow investors to do good while doing well. That is, making a positive impact on society while also earning great investment returns. When setting up Khulisa Investment Partners, we realized that we couldn't achieve our goals in one fund, and we needed to create a focused fund with distinct responsibilities. We needed to structure ourselves to best serve our chosen markets. With this one objective in mind, we set up 3 separate investment vehicles to achieve our aims. The Fintech Impact Venture Fund aims to generate investor returns by targeting companies that achieve financial inclusion. The companies in this fund are early-stage fintechs achieving ethical disruption. The Structured Finance Fund has identified 3 fundamental challenges in the local SME landscape. First of all, access to capital. Secondly, access to strategic advice. And thirdly, how can today's entrepreneurs leverage the wisdom and experience of successful business leaders, those who have come before? Lastly, we have our co-investment vehicle. Our co-investment vehicle allows our network of seasoned entrepreneurs to invest alongside Khulisa Investment Partners, risking their own capital alongside ours and aligning incentives to drive returns.
The makeup of our team is another key differentiator for us. We bring together a multi-generational group of stakeholders that results in a management company that is 52% black-owned, 32% black women-owned, and 35% youth-owned. We leverage the experience, wisdom, track record, and history of success that come in our co-founder group, Phumla Mnganga, and our own grey hair, Chris Lister-James and Malcolm Rutherford. From an execution perspective, Knox and Rekha, both CAs, CFAs, with deep experience in private equity and corporate finance, Mpumi, the director of multiple investment companies, and myself, an M&A and private equity attorney. And we bring the enthusiasm, energy, ability, and raw talent that it takes to get it done and deliver on our broader objectives.
Our founder and investor network has deep expertise in our chosen verticals. We're excited to have Athena Capital on board. As an established private equity company, Athena provides us with great brand equity and market visibility. Athena also provides Khulisa Investment Partners with a regulatory compliance framework and back office functionality to execute on our mandates. At Khulisa Investment Partners, we have a 7-stage investment process that draws on a collective model developed over many years. This allows us to better identify the right companies for us and to ensure that once a great portfolio company is identified, we can continue to add value in order to deliver outstanding investor returns. The Smart Meeting stands out as a key feature for us. Smart Meeting is a full-day opportunity for our network of investors and entrepreneurs to discuss the potential investment, meet the management teams, and Smart Meeting also ultimately ensures that all investee companies have been vetted by some of South Africa's best business minds. Ross, you've been speaking to some of our members. What have they been saying?
Yes, so the process you've just walked us through allows some of South Africa's foremost business minds to give back in a really meaningful way. Ian Kirk, former CEO of Sanlam, likes the fact that community building is a meaningful way for Team Invest members to give back. As he says, if we're going to build this country, we're all going to have to play our part. Reg Lascaris, one of South Africa's foremost creative minds, focused on the fact that knowledge transfer is at the center of what we do and a real vehicle for positive upliftment. While Richard Kame, one of South Africa's most successful tech entrepreneurs, likes the fact that Khulisa is about more than just financial capital, but provides the support that so many early-stage businesses need. Tina Zondi focused on the fact that SMEs, as the driver and lifeblood of our economy, are where the real difference is made. In his words, there just aren't many private equity funds like it. Onto the details around the funds. On the fintech side, the statistics this week are that there are now 501 unicorns in the world, but less than 1% come from Africa. And for us, that just doesn't feel right. How can a continent with such great potential and such great people be contributing proportionately so little? And we're looking to use our deep experience in the fintech space, our knowledge of the market, to build the ecosystem and provide quality funding in the gap that exists at the pre-Series A stage. We're looking to harness the opportunity that Africa holds, both to make effective investments, but also to make a difference, to invest in businesses that are driving financial inclusion and promoting easy access and affordable access to financial services across the continent.
So to echo what Pavlo said earlier on, South Africa can survive and thrive post-COVID-19 if we provide the right support to enable SME growth. SMEs are the lifeblood of most economies. And in South Africa, they make up almost 99% of all businesses in the country and employ between over 50% of the country's workforce. South African SMEs lag behind those of the EU on 3 major factors. First of all, being access to funding. Secondly, share of GDP. And thirdly, the contribution to overall employment. Through our post-investment process and providing access to experienced entrepreneurs, we can help our investee companies with formal guidance through board structures and informal assistance such as access to markets and strategic advice. Together, we can help South Africa thrive post-COVID-19.
Absolutely. From a track record and pipeline perspective, we've made a number of successful investments through the Fintech Ventures vehicle, which are being folded into the structure. And we've secured follow-on investments we've secured pipeline in the form of follow-on investments in those businesses where required. On the structured finance side, what better than to be sitting on a pool of capital ready to be deployed to SMEs that are going to be the real drivers of growth that our economy so badly needs. And we've listed a few choice deals that you can see there, but many more to come, no doubt. For those interested in the fund terms, on the structured finance side, we are raising 500 million, which will be mandated across structured finance and mezzanine type instruments. Target IRR there of 18% across 12 to 14 investments. And on the fintech side, a more measured 250 million rand, primarily equities based with some convertible instruments where required. Target returns of 25% there across 12 to 14 investments as well. Thank you very much for listening to us. It's been great to introduce you to what we're doing and where we're heading, and we look forward to hearing more from you in the future. Thanks. Greg.
Very interesting. What stood out for me is that one slide where you say you are really playing in the startup type of private equity market, as opposed to most private equity firms being in the more scale-up phase, looking at more established businesses. How does the risk profile of your fund compare to the other private equity funds?
I mean, I suppose we can both speak to this, but the risk profile, I suppose, it reflects the stage of the business that we are looking to invest in, but so does the return profile, and that's why we can sort of target what we're targeting. You look at the likes of some of the payment exit we've seen on the continent in the last couple of months through COVID. Guys are seeing 12 to 16 times exits on a strategic buy at Series B level. So yeah, the risk profile differs, and it's certainly not for everyone, but those that understand it, understand the returns that are on offer, and that's who we're looking to speak to.
Excellent. I think this is exactly the type of funding we need in South Africa. We need to get small businesses to become big businesses and contribute to our country. Thank you so much, Ross, Rika, and good luck with your ventures.